Hi friends, welcome back to the Common Sense Grandma. My name is Michelle and thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. Today's video will be a little bit different and probably shorter. Today is January 2, 2026. Can you believe it? Where did last year go? But yesterday I picked up my Azure Standard order and I have it all right here. I'm going to go through it with you. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I order from them. One reason is I like to support small family businesses. We've always had some sort of business for the most part since my husband and I got married. And I like supporting family businesses instead of always buying everything, let's say, from the big box stores. Of course, I do shop at those places. There are some items that's the best place to get them. Not everything. I don't buy everything there at all. But I like to shop in bulk because for the most part, you usually get more for your money. I like keeping food on hand. Again, you get more for the money. And in case there's ever something happen, it's nice to have that extra food on hand or supplies, whatever it is. You know, remember the toilet paper issue during the 2025 year? I didn't have to worry about that. I had some on hand. I don't buy that much extra. Just make sure I keep a case on hand. But I wanted to go through my Azure Standard order with you very quickly. And how it works is you order on their website. First of all, you go on their website, and I will have a link below, and you look for a drop that is located where you live. You put in your zip code. And when it's time to pick up your order, they send it out about once a month. It will tell you, you join a drop. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no charge to join Azure Standard. It's free, which I love. I think that's great. But you go pick up your order once a month or however often you order. I generally order about every 3 months, I should say, about 4 times a year, depending on my need. But I was going through my receipt. I've got my receipts here. And I bought a 5-pound box. Where is it? This is frozen peaches. It comes like this, all taped up, and the bag of frozen peaches. I don't really want to take it out. Oh, see, look at that. I sliced the bag a little bit, but those are the frozen peaches. And it was $19.54 for 5 pounds, which comes out to be $3.90 a pound. But for chopped, peeled peaches ready to go, for me to make jam, I'll pay that price, no problem. I don't mind paying that price. We have not been able to get decent peaches here, you know, let's say from a farmer. Again, like I've said before, I grew up on a ranch. We had 6 peach trees, and we froze a lot of peaches. We made peach jam, peach syrup, a lot of cobblers, things like that. I have canned peaches before, but I can't always get my hands on good quality peaches. And they grow these peaches at Azure Standard. They have orchards, and they have they have a big farm, all kinds of stuff. And so I appreciate being able to get peaches like this ready to go. And my purpose with these peaches is to make jam. We haven't had peach jam in a long time. I prefer to make all of our jams, so that will be a project for next week. But one of the things I have here is 12 pounds of honey. And I did the math compared to buying the cover here from a big box store. It's almost the same. But I like getting this big honey, and it's delicious. It tastes better than the honey that you get at the big box store. So there's my honey. This was $37.46 for the 12 pounds, which I don't mind paying at all. It's almost the same. And then we have here mung beans, and this is my jar where I keep my mung beans. With my husband being Filipino, he calls them mango beans. They don't say mung beans in the Philippines. He speaks Tagalog, and it's mango beans. M-O-N-G-O or M-U-N-G-G-O, different ways of spelling it. But I like to get These are organic. I can't find organic at the stores here. And then we have apple cider vinegar with a mother. This, I believe, was $5.14. I think that's a great price for the size, and it's organic. Yes, you can buy it at other stores, but I like being able to support them, and I think it's a great price. This is Vital Wheat gluten. I use this in my bread making. For every loaf of bread, I just put in a little bit, and it makes the flour texture better. So it's a good thing. These are organic black beans, and how I store them is in a big mason jar. And this here I will put in a bucket. I'll just set it in the bucket along with other beans until I'm ready to use them and fill up the jar. And here for the 5 pounds of organic black beans, it was $9.12, which comes out to $1.82 a pound. I don't think that's a bad price at all. The cheapest price, or lower price I should say, I don't like the word cheapest. The lowest price I could find on Walmart was $2.80 a pound. So I don't mind paying that at all, and I know that they're organic. Here we have brown lentils. Are these organic? No, I didn't buy organic. I missed that, but that's okay. Brown lentils. These were, well, if I can find it, $9.19 for the 5 pounds. So almost the same price as the mung beans. And then we have here, this is organic whole wheat red whole wheat flour. I use this for baking our bread. And what I like about this size, I got 2 10 pounds, is I can fit one of these, fits here in this big container, my Tupperware here. And you can buy it by the 25-pound bag, or 5-pound, or 50-pound, but I actually prefer getting it in the 10 pounds because I can just dump the whole thing in here and I'm done. I don't have to be scooping flour because our extended pantry is in the back of the house, and I kind of make a mess sometimes when I'm getting the flour out. And so I started buying it by the 10 pound probably 2 times ago or so, and I like it a lot better. I still put it in the buckets, the 2 of them side by side in the bucket, and it works just fine. And my buckets look like this. I got these at Tractor Supply. This one is organic oats. I didn't buy this time, but I brought it here because I need to refill my container here. It's completely empty. I was a little bit short this morning making oatmeal. My husband likes oatmeal every morning. But there's a couple different reasons why I like to shop like this. One is just to keep food on hand. You know, you never know if there's going to be an emergency. We live in earthquake country. We have the San Andreas Fault over there. Behind us is the well, now I forgot. I was going to say Santa Mateo, but I don't think that's it. I think it's a different fault. But we have faults all around us. So you never know. You just never know. And one of the bigger reasons I got into this was because I like to cook from scratch. I like keeping these foods on hand. I don't want to be running to the grocery store all the time. I can make do with what we have here and last a long time. I have freeze-dried foods. My freezers are full. I try to keep everything stocked up. And about 25 years ago, my husband was laid off from his job. He's a physical therapist, and he had a lot of friends. We had friends who were OTs, PTs, all kinds of speech therapists. A lot of them were laid off because the whole billing system was changing. And the people that own the companies were not sure how it was all going to go. So they laid a lot of people off. And he ended up staying home, I think, for about 9 months. He did get a severance package, but he stayed home for about 9 months. He had decided just to take a break. He'd been working for probably 15, 20 years straight, and thought, you know, we were homeschooling, and so he's gonna stay home and play with the kids and have a good time. But we had enough food put in where I didn't have to worry about buying food. Now, I do this out of love and not being afraid. I'm not afraid about something, a catastrophe, or what do they call them? Doomsday preppers? That's not my attitude at all. I would like to be able to help others in case there was a catastrophe. We have where we live right by a medical school. We have a lot of students who live, there's students next door here, there's students over here. And you know, I know those kids don't have a lot of money. They're in school. And what if they need some help also? I can help them. And I do this out of an abundance of love for our family. And I believe that we should be good stewards, you know, with what we purchase. And so if we can make things go a little bit further, why not? And I know that when I have these good, healthy items on hand, I will cook healthier. In fact, next week, my regular pantry here in the kitchen, right over there, everything is going to be taken out, gone through, checking expiration dates, everything wiped down, the counters, everything, because it was a little sticky in there this morning where the honey goes. I had to wipe that out, and I thought, you know, it's time. It's a new year. Let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves. I'm taking care of our family while we're cooking the right foods, because I've seen in that pantry, there's a lot of items that really don't belong in there. They're items that I don't even know how they got here. I didn't necessarily buy them. My daughter didn't necessarily buy them. Maybe the grandkids brought them here. I don't know where they came from, but there's some things in there that need to go, or they were just never used. We're not going to use them. If I can donate things, I do. I always try to make sure I can, you know, help others in need if there's things, food or something that we're not going to use. But that's next week's project, along with making the peach jam. I've got tomatoes in the freezer that I need to do something with. I'm going to cook those up and probably make the chili starter. I have strawberries in the freezer that I also need to make jam with because we're very, very low. I gave out a lot of Christmas gifts, and so I need to restock our own shelves. But that's it for today. I hope that you will join me again next week as we do something in the kitchen. Not sure what we're going to do yet. I have a whole list of items that I want to go through in the next few months and spend some time with each of you. But please like and subscribe. I appreciate each of you watching and sharing with your friends. And I would love it if you would just click that little link there to join my channel. So whenever there's an update, you will be notified. Have a blessed week, everyone. Bye-bye.